Formlabs Form 3 Review. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. The Form 3 Plus, an LFS printer that utilizes a 250 mAh UV laser to harden the resin, carries the signature heavy aesthetic of all Formlabs models. Its distinctive orange plastic casing folds up from the front for easy access to the building area. When you lift the lid of Form 3 Plus, a gray, perceptible touchscreen shows up, detailing the status of the print and permitting you to regulate prints in the process. Prints can be conveyed to the Form 3 Plus by Wi-Fi, Ethernet, or USB connection to a PC running preform software. Further, there is a USB port at the rear of the printer for a USB drive. Set at the back of Form 3 Plus is the slot for a resin cartridge. This accommodates a liter of resin, and each container has its own tagging to notify the printer what type of resin it contains. That is far easier than pouring into the tray manually and signifies that the Form 3 Plus only expels as much amount as needed for printing. That is critical, as flows left in the print tray can spoil after a while. Just like the floats in your toilet, this feature effectively monitors the flow of resin for optimal performance, using only what is necessary for the job at hand. Form 3 Plus also has Build Platform 2, which is a redesigned platform for constructing the prints. This platform is lowered into the resin so that each layer of the print can be formed. Commonly, this is a strong plain slab of metal, so after the printing is done, you must then pry the print off with a scraper. The newer style Build Platform 2 uses an adaptable metal canvas retained through magnets. Form 3 Plus has been designed with several user-oriented improvements, like a faster laser and a built-in heater. In addition to testing Form 3 Plus, we evaluated Form Wash and Form Cure. These two devices work together to clean prints of unfixed resin and alcohol, then cure and finish them off with UV lights. You can operate the Form 3 Plus in 3 different ways, directly from its grand and clear touchscreen, the preform software, and the dashboard web portal. With the touchscreen on the machine itself, you are able to set up prints, arrange the printer and make it slumber if not being utilized for a time. It's a really uncomplicated process, particularly when utilizing the One Press feature that performs most of the work for you. Should you desire to customize everything yourself, Preform permits you to insert multiple models, expand or diminish them and rearrange them around the fabricating platform. Otherwise, you can upload just one model and replicate it to print many in one session, a progression regarded as layering. You can then append construction advocates, or let the program join them automatically. When your model is all set, you can dispatch it directly to Form 3 Plus, spare it or place it on a USB drive. The dashboard is a web-based service that enables simultaneous management of multiple 3D printers, including start/stop of prints, material monitoring, and print statistics. Furthermore, it features user-sharing abilities that enable more than one user to handle and queue up prints on different devices. Once the print file is transferred to the Form 3 Plus, do not be concerned, printing is straightforward. Printing on the Form 3 Plus is automated, meaning you don't need to monitor it. Once it completes printing, you can get rid of the print bed and conclude the activity. When using Form Wash and Form Cure gadgets, this involves slotting the complete print bed into wash and enabling it to operate, which plunges and purges the print in a in order to do away with any fluid resin adhering to the surface. This process usually takes about 20 minutes.